Hello, Gen Chem. I want to work through this with you because I know it's frustrating. It's a lot of steps. So, we're going to check your work. You're going to start. Which of the reagents is the limiting reagent or reactant? Reagent. What was given to us? We were given 30 moles of ammonium nitrate and 50 moles of sodium phosphate. So starting 30 moles of ammonium NH4 nitrate, NO3. So this is our first given. We need to pick one of these products. We're going to calculate both, so we'll just pick one for now. We're going to start with ammonium phosphate. What is my ratio of ammonium nitrate to ammonium phosphate? If you said 1 to 3, you are correct, but you don't get a cookie because I don't have any. Okay? That would be 10 moles of ammonium phosphate formed, made, produced. All right, now we're going to do 50 moles of sodium phosphate, not ammonium phosphate. I think I said that wrong. Hopefully you're paying attention to what I'm writing. So now I'm going to make this guy my unknown, or my given. What's my ratio of my given to my needed? It's a 1 to 1. So 50 moles of ammonium phosphate will be produced or formed. Who made more? Well, sodium phosphate made more. That means that our limiting reagent, reactant, is ammonium nitrate. That's going to limit us. Okay? So now we're going to use this. That means this is our given. We're going to forget about our sodium phosphate. And we're going to take away this line here. Maybe. You don't have to erase it. You can if you want to, though. Now I'm going to use, I'm also going to cross out this guy for right now. So now I'm going to take 30 moles of my limiting. What's my ratio of ammonium nitrate to sodium nitrate? Well, you're right. It's a 1 to 1 once again. 3 to 3, 1 to 1. So we will make or produce or form sodium nitrate, and we will make 30 moles. So question A was which is limiting. We calculated limiting. NH3 or NH4, NO3. And then we calculated the maximum product of each. 10 moles of ammonium phosphate and 30 moles of sodium nitrate. Question 3, or C now, how much of the excess is left over? Again, I'm going to start with Mr. Limiting, which is ammonium nitrate. What's my ratio, though? This time, my needed value is going to be sodium phosphate. What's my ratio of ammonium nitrate to sodium phosphate? It is 1 to 3, which means we're going to form, or we're going to use, 10 moles of the sodium phosphate. 10 moles we used. What did we start with? I remember where I scratched it out and scratched it away, because we started with 50 and we used 10. What's left over? 40. Okay? So again, first thing we're going to do is calculate who's limiting. We have a given of 100 moles of calcium carbonate and 45 moles of iron 3 phosphate. I'm going to write both of them down. And we're going to choose one of these guys. For right now, I'm just going to choose the first one, calcium phosphate. What's my ratio of calcium carbonate to calcium phosphate? It's a 3-to-1. That's going to give us 66.7. 100 divided by 3. No, 33.3. 33.3 moles of what? Calcium phosphate. Then we're going to calculate, same needed, but our new given is going to be our iron phosphate. We have 45 moles of iron phosphate. Our ratio is a 2-to-1 ratio. 45 divided by 2 gives me 22.5 moles of calcium phosphate. All right, which is smaller? If you said iron phosphate made a smaller amount, ding, 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 you win. Remember what I did before? I erased it. This time I'm not going to erase it. I'm just going to draw a line through it. And I'm going to use 45 moles of FePO4 to calculate my other needed. My other needed is iron 3 carbonate. What's my ratio? It's a 1-to-2. So that means I'm going to produce 22.5 moles of iron 3 carbonate. Same amount of moles of both. Will they weigh the same? No. We're not worrying about that though. So now we've done A and B. Question C is that pesky old leftover question. Who's going to be left over? Well, we know if we start with 45 moles of iron 3 oxide, what's my ratio of iron 3 oxide to the calcium carbonate? It's a 2-to-3. 2 moles to 3 moles. So take 45 times 3 divided by 2. 67.5 moles. Can that possibly be of calcium carbonate will be used up? What did we start with? Remember? We started with 100. So our leftovers are going to be 100 minus 67.5, which gives you a grand total of 32.5 excess. Okay? That's how you do that one. Go ahead and turn it in, and you're going to do the review sheet. If you have serious questions about this, you can come see me before school Wednesday morning. I will be by the fish tank. You can come see me after school Wednesday night. Of course, that doesn't work so well if you are in 7th hour, since we're taking the test on Wednesday, but there's not going to be anything really heavy on limiting. You can come see me during lunchtime on Wednesday. I sit out in the hall, and I will skip my lunch with the science department if it means that I can sit with you during your lunch. Get your lunch, bring it up, and we'll find a place to sit, and we'll get this done. Thank you very much.